there were a couple of things that obviously, reinforced what we knew happened. Some other situations that we could have played much better in those situations. The technique aspect of it was poor on some downs, and some critical errors and flaws that guys hadn't made through camp, and will get fixed. Hopefully it was just a momentary lapse. But obviously in big games, big moments against good teams, you can't have those. They're going to take advantage. So obviously a lot of room for improvement, but we'll take the win and improve from there.
How are you feeling about the depth there? It seemed like those guys may have gotten a little maybe tired, and not to make excuses for them. But
No, I don't think they were tired. I think we need to continue to improve, not just there, but everywhere at every position. Obviously we're a little bit on the thin side there, but we knew that going in. There's no excuses to be had, and we'll play better.
How valuable is that experience in the fourth quarter for those young guys who were maybe you weren't expecting to play out there, but have made some mistakes, but now they've been out there in a situation like that for the next time?
Yeah, we won't do it.
I don't want to kill the microphone.
You'll kill the microphone. Defense. Defense.
Got a sack?
Can we put that on the stat sheet? So I'm sorry. So the question.
Yeah, the young guys who were making those mistakes that you weren't necessarily expecting to play, but you had to because of injuries. How beneficial is that experience?
Yeah,
for the next time?
obviously that's huge. Growth comes from trials and tribulations, and so being able to look at yourself on film, get a coaching point from your position coach, and say, all right, let's not make this same mistake twice. That's part of football. That's part of anything in life. The big thing is that when the next time they're in that situation, we want to make sure that we don't see it again. And if you become a repeat offender, then we have to get that thing figured out, whether it's with different personnel or a different call, whatever the case may be. So, no, obviously invaluable experience. Really proud of how those guys rose up in the moment. In those last two drives in the fourth quarter, could have easily sort of let the momentum take hold, but they didn't. I thought the leadership on the sideline was terrific by our seniors, and we need that to continue.
About Jacquez Jones, when he played and made big plays in this game, how important was he to win?
He had a game where he played hard, and he made some big plays for us. He'd be the first one to admit that there were some things that he needs to clean up as well. And again, all of us there are things that we can improve upon, myself included, in terms of some play calls that I would like to have back. There are some plays that the players would like to have back. There's a couple of tackles that I thought he could have made or had. Some of his drop angles, needed to be tweaked. But on the most, what I liked about Jacquez is that when he makes a mistake, he's the first person to own up to it. He'll come up to you and say, "That's on me, coach. I won't do it again." And guess what? We talk about not making the same mistake twice. He doesn't. He doesn't make a mistake over and over again. And so he's been a great addition to this team. He fits right in. He fits with that leadership group that we have right now. And again, there's going to be moments that his teammates are going to have to pick him up. He's done a good job of picking other guys up, and that's the way this thing goes.
KD, who's kind of getting his first real playing time. I guess just moving forward, what do you like to see for Cal?
Well, for KD, we've talked about this before. It's about an understanding of technique and responsibility and what to do in the moment, and preparing like a starter, being ready when that number's called. And it's aspect of his game that he needs to continue to improve upon. But his number is going to continue to be called upon, so he needs to be ready. and I think he will, especially this week.
Has Jordan been out there this week? Where's he?
Yeah, that's going to be the one that's, coach will work with that, but we'll see when that time comes. He's working.
What do you know about the Chattanooga?
I'm sorry, the Chattanooga offense.
Yeah, the Chattanooga.
I mean, obviously we've got some games to work with. They played in the fall, the spring, and again with the fall. I'd say they've been working, and they're an efficient offense. They do a nice job. I really like their stable of running backs. I think they're really talented. All three of them. There's no drop off. Whoever they've got in the game, whether it's 32, 23, 8. They're really good. They've got two quarterbacks that have won games for them. So it's going to be a situation that our guys have to play good. We have to play sound. They've got a good scheme offensively. So I think the way we practice this week, I think our guys understand, the task that they have ahead of them, and they're going to be ready to come out and play.